All right. I keep giving away pieces on purpose. Trades, not because I blunder them, but because I think that the trade is good. And sometimes when I don't know what to do, I trade pieces. I swap my bishop for a knight and it feels great. I feel smart. And then I lose the end game and I don't know why. So in this game, I'm trying one thing. I'm going to try one rule. Before any trade, I'm going to ask, am I getting something equal or better? So let's jump into the first game. And I want to make sure that I'm really paying attention to the trades that I make, that I'm not making stupid trades. If I make a trade, it needs to be equal and it needs to have a reason, right? So I'm just going to develop my pieces really naturally and, try to get everything out on the board. I am going to, let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and play this piece and castle early, so that way I can go ahead and just develop. So now let's go ahead and just try to kick him out if I can. All right. Now the question is, do I want to push this pawn because then he goes back, and he's kind of stuck. So the downside to that would be if I push this pawn, I'm really weakening my king side. So I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to do this instead, and I want to make sure. Yeah, that was a trade, but he offered the trade to me, so I just accepted the trade. Okay, so here's an example. Here's a trade, okay? If I trade here, he's probably going to take back with his knight, I imagine. If I don't trade, if I just simply pull back, he's either going to push, in which case I trade, or let's see what he's trying to do, okay? I want to do a better job of calculating what he's doing to determine if this is a good trade. Now, the one reason I do feel like I want to trade here is because, here's the thought. If I trade right here, I just noticed this, my knight is, and my queen is pinned by my knight. So what he's going to then do is push. But if he pushes, I can just trade back right here. And then if he wants to trade queens, I could trade queens with him. That's fine. So because his king is still in the center of the board, I actually do think I want to trade. Okay, and now here's another opportunity. It's like, do I want to trade my bishop for a knight? Because he's either going to take back with his queen or with his pawn. What does that really gain me? I actually, I think it's pretty common knowledge at this level that a knight or a bishop is better than a knight. So I'm not going to do that just yet. I don't want to hang. I just noticed I almost was about to hang this piece. So that's also an issue, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go here. And I'm not going to fianchetto by coming to my b7, because if for some reason my pawn gets pinned in, I don't want my bishop to just be useless. So this way, I still got this nice little diagonal as well. All right. Now I'm just going to go ahead and keep developing, and, this attacks here. I'm going to, if he pushes, yeah. So, okay. Let's see. If I were to push here, he might push, and then I could just win with my rook. If he takes, I take. I don't know if that really gains anything. So, what is a good move here? This is around the time when I'm trying to think, what should I do? What is a good thing to do? Now, again, I don't think that I want to trade just for no reason. So, but one idea is if I push here, if he pushes, like I said, I could take. This does maybe enforce a little bit of my pawn structure. If he takes, I could take back with my knight or with my pawn. And then maybe it would help this like double pawn situation that's happening on the c-file. So, all right. Now I need to make sure if I do take with my rook, is he under attack anywhere? Is there any checks? Are there any captures? Not that I see, right? So let's just go ahead and do that. And Okay. So we're off. Now that I've already lifted my rook, I feel like now the question is, do I want to keep doing that? Because if I push here, he's either going to protect. I imagine he would protect his bishop, but then does that create any new weaknesses? Like if he moves here, I could then potentially move my bishop here, which attacks his rook. I don't want to get my rook stuck. That's definitely sure. So if I go here and he comes here, worst case scenario, let's see. If he comes here, then I potentially might get my rook stuck. And I don't want to get my rook stuck. I would, however, love to get my queen unpinned. So I think I'm going to go here. And maybe the next thing I want to do is just kick out his knight. So this pawn is protected by my bishop. This pawn is kind of protected. Okay. Maybe we just kind of keep pushing here, Let's just push here and see what happens. All right. So is there any tactics here? Because there's nothing, like if I can somehow attack this with my bishop, that would be awesome. But first, I probably need to create like a Well, here's an idea. Now he's pinned. Okay, so what is he attacking? He is attacking nothing. He could come here, which doesn't really attack. He can come here, which attacks. Okay, that's what he's doing. He's trying to attack the pawn. Because if he comes here, I can't take back because all right. However, what if I do this? Then if he does this, I take, and he's still protected. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and fork. Give him a little forky, and I should be able to win some material here. I definitely weakened my king. All right, and now the real question is, do I want to take with my pawn or do I want to take with my rook? If I take with my rook, it is looking right up at his king, and I think that's pretty good. And my rook is still protecting this pawn too, so I think that's a pretty good move. All right, now he's thinking about giving me something like this, and however, his queen's not really attacking my rook because my rook is good. All right, so one thing to do, I know in this situation, is simply simplify. So now a trade does make sense, I think, because I'm up material, and if I can continue to trade, then I'm in pretty good shape, right? So I think this is a good trade. I do want to be cautious, of anything that. All right, so what's he trying to do? Maybe bring in his rook and kind of launch an attack here. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. I don't want to overreact, so I think for right now. What about protecting here? So if he comes here, it's not a check. Let's just go ahead and bring my king up just to bring in another defender on the knight. Okay. All right, so now what he's thinking is maybe something like this. I'm not really sure what he's thinking. I am going to move a little faster now because I'm down time. But I am kind of thinking about some stuff here. All right, so, okay. I see. He's definitely going to try to do something like this. One idea is I could sack this. He can't take. However, he can take here. But if he does that, I don't think I want to do that. Let's just do this. This isn't really an attack on the knight because I'm not going to take it because his knight is defended, but it might feel like that to him. And in the meantime, I'm just trying to not move so slow. All right, he's trading pieces, and I'm going to trade. I'm going to take the trade. So I'm actually going to offer to trade queens with him because a queen trade with me being up material is good for me. Yeah. I feel like he has to take this because if he doesn't take this, oh man, did he just? No, he didn't just blunder. Ooh, actually, this is actually all right. So he could now currently take the queen. I mean, take the knight. So I cannot move here. That would be very, very mucho bad. If I go here, I've just simply lost material. I can win his rook. So I think so. Let's just do this, and he's gonna probably take with his queen. If he takes with his queen, I should be able to win a rook because he has to deal with the check. And although I need to be cautious because he now can do this and he can probably win a rook right back. All right, so he's not quite able to win a rook. All right, this is tricky because now he can do this, which means I'll have to do this, which means this, and trickiness. Okay, so I am out of time, so I'm just going to go for it. Again, if this right now, then this. And basically what I think I'm going to try to do next is just queen and then takes, and that's mate. I mean, obviously he's not dumb. He's not going to give it to me for nothing, but I'm also attacking here. So yeah, all right. I don't know if I want to do that. Shoot, I only have a minute. If I move here, he can give me a check, but I don't want to give a free bishop away either right now. So this is tricky. Tricky. Is that mate? That's going to be mate in one. This is mate in one. Shoot. Good game, man. He beat me. There's nothing I can do about that. Oh, okay. So it did not pay to trade in that game. Because when I was up material, I traded, but then I made a blunder. I made a stupid blunder. All right, I'm going to go ahead and review this. Let's just take a quick gander and review and see what happened here. What went wrong? So everything was fine up until this point. Yeah, I mean, I'm up material. You know, this is fine. This is a fork. This is all good. All fun and games. It did not like my king going up. It wanted me instead to move my queen up. That was a stupid move. That was dumb. That was my blunder, was to offer the queen trade. Wow. What I should have done was just simply move my king over because this put me in check. Ah, man, I didn't see that. Man, good move by my opponent. He played well. And yeah, I mean, at this point, there's just not a lot that I was able to do. I mean, I guess I should have brought my queen down, but because I was at a minute right here, under a minute, I just didn't want to, and I didn't realize until now that was mate. So hey, you win some, you lose some, but we're still technically above 1300, and we're going to continue to climb and learn. So lessons to be learned, and we're growing, we're climbing. Please subscribe and follow along, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.